The apex predator has arrived. Hey cuties, PeachY here. Welcome back to a new video, and in this video we're going to be unboxing and reviewing one of the most popular and sought after probably Skullector dolls to date, which is of course the Monster High Skullector Alien doll that just dropped not too long ago, and I'm actually really shocked that I even have her already. Mattel Creations on the website, it doesn't show me that she even shipped, so this is really weird, but I just got her, so okay. I guess she decided like she was gonna get to me sooner than I thought. So here is the back of the box. You can see the egg, of course, from the iconic movie poster, and the line, "In space, no one can hear you scream." We have a couple of flicks here all around the box here, which looks so fun. And it just adds some detail that's really nice. And then here is the front. And of course you can see a nice big picture of the side profile for the doll, the logos, Alien and Skullector. And then of course it opens up in the middle. So I actually have not seen her. I wanted to save my real reaction here of my first time seeing her for the video. So okay, I pulled the covers off and put them in front here. So yeah, let's oh my god, let's take a look. So okay, I got them. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. Whoa, look at that. Look at, wow, that is insane. Look at the details here, like the foil here on her dress. It shines so nicely. It's iridescent almost, like emerald green or something. And then of course, we have the doll herself. Look at these details. Look at this. Oh my god. Look at her tail. By the way, the covers have some nice details. One cover has the logo for Alien, and then the other cover has just another stock photo of the doll. Okay, here she is, a close-up without the plastic thing over it. Wow. Oh my gosh. Look at her. She looks so fierce. We can see her eyes through the visor helmet thing. Look at the rib cage, the details. I almost don't want to open her, but like, I don't keep dolls in box for the most part, you know, if I can help it, or if there's a reason. And I wanna, you know, play with her. I wanna pose her and stuff. She's so cool. She really does give more figure, like action figure vibes, but not in a bad way. It's just, I don't feel like we've gotten a Skullector that's like this detailed and so sculpt heavy before, right? But she's a doll, like she has hair, she has fashions, you know, so she's a doll. She is a fashion girly, but she really just is spectacular. Okay, in the background here we have the Nostromo. Look at that acid, you know, the vents. Wow, it looks amazing. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna feel the dress. Ooh, wow. This is so nice. Wow, it's really like soft, very dainty, you know, very delicate. Oh, the tail. The tail is hefty, like I thought. It's very chunky. Wow, okay. Wow, all these details. Her hands. And of course we have the head. Oh my god. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna get her unboxed. But what do you think of first impressions? Because I mean, she is really just so stunning. Look at this. Look at her. Look, she's just, I don't know. She's almost like really creepy. Like she actually creeps me out. But like in a fun way, you know? Skullector dolls are supposed to be creepy looking and eerie and, you know, so I just feel like this is such a great execution, you know? She came out so great, right? Okay, but what do you think? Let me know your first thoughts, impressions down below. Stay tuned to subscribe, and let's get her unboxed, y'all. I'm so excited. Okay, here she is all unboxed, and wow, again, it was not too hard to unbox her, honestly. Like, you just kind of take off the tape in the back, and then you just kind of snip the tags off. You know, really not too complicated, thankfully. So she does come with a unique stand, which has the same base, but this is a different kind of new part here. Basically, it kind of goes up and down I mean, I understand why, because you can pose her differently, right? Is that the purpose? But as with most saddle stands for Monster High, she, even with this to help to grab around her thighs, you know, even with this piece, she still is not the most secure on this stand. Here we have her certificate of authenticity. It's very simple, you know, it's the basic kind of like certificate cardstock that you usually get. So as you can see, because of the tail and because of these things and because of her head, I have her kind of like sideways. So let's actually right away look at the tail, because I'm gonna take this tail off so I can show you her from the front. So the tail attaches here on the back, as you can see. It's kind of hard to see the details because she is wearing so much black, but basically you can see the tail attaches here, and it's kind of very sturdy. You can see it is bendable, like you kind of have to take your time if you want to bend it, but it is bendable to some extent, as you can see, right? So that's very fun. You can pull off a couple of poses if you are creative and take your time, again, with kind of like unrolling it. I think there's more wire here than up here, so you kind of want to focus your positioning here on the lower half. But I mean, look at this sculpting, look at how sharp this is. It is soft, so you know it's not going to actually poke you, so you can detach it, and it's very easy to do so. Let me just, okay, there we go. So you can see here it attaches via 2 pegs right there, a small one, a big one, and then here is the tail itself. So voila. And now without the tail, I can show you her from the front. She still has to face sideways because of her big, you know, beehive kind of like helmet look. But first we'll get into her face here. So as you can see here, yes, from the side, we do have a lot of sculpted details here, a lot of like wires looking, a lot of like vein details. Like this almost looks like a tube, right? This, you know, the original Xenomorph for the Alien movie, and eventually for the entire franchise, was designed by H.R. Geiger, I believe, right? So he is the original creator, designer of the Xenomorph design. So that's why if you look at his work, you will see that the entire sculpting of the body here for her is very much in the vein of his work, his art style, his kind of vision. If you've seen his work, then you know what I mean. I love how we have a lot of again details here underneath her, like right there, like that is like what? That is so fun. We have this right here, which is very signature H.R. Geiger. It's definitely, he does this a lot with like the around the face proportions. So I love that. We have some black lips. Here's the other side. Here's the back. You can see the neck has some details as well. The beehive is her hair. It's just very gelled. The helmet does come off, but I'm not going to take it off because I like the look. I think it's very iconic, and it is basically like a translucent plastic in black. We have a couple of teeth here, kind of like, I guess, holding it in place. And then here is the front. Sorry for the glare, but it's kind of like inevitable, right? So we can see her eyes underneath. They have kind of like a starry look to it, like a galaxy is in the eyes almost. I think that was the intent. So look at that. It looks amazing. And I love how her eyebrows are not really eyebrows. They're just a couple of lines. So yeah, she looks so fierce and actually not so scary. Like her eyes look very sweet to me, look very ethereal and very, you know, otherworldly, which I guess is very fitting for this doll. But yeah, so that's basically the head and the face. And now we move on to the outfit, which of course we have this piece right here, this ribcage piece. It's plastic. It kind of like slides over her front here, and it clips onto these little horns in the back, which are a part of the body sculpt. So yes, these 2 little dots right here, these are just very small horns, similar to this right here, that, you know, this ribcage piece kind of can hold on to these 2 horns. So that's very smart, you know, smart designing, because that way this piece, even though you can remove it, is secure. So yes, I'm not sure what to call these. but these are very accurate to the Xenomorph design. They all have these tubes in the back, I believe, these kind of like exhaust pipes almost, right? We have a couple of lines here. Again, ribcage detail here on the front. Here is the other side. She does have a spike here, part of her body sculpt on the back. We have kind of like her spine as well, peeking through here. Her top, she is wearing a top underneath of the ribcage, as you can see here with the very nice kind of like a foil fabric here. The foil itself with the patterns is in this kind of like oil slick color, like this teal green. There's a lot of details here on the entire pattern of her shirts and the skirt. So for instance here, this is actually, I believe, supposed to represent the egg hatching. There are more details to be found, but I can't tell you all of them because it's kind of hard to see. But this, I believe, is a face hugger right there. It's a face hugger, I'm pretty sure. She's not just wearing this long sleeve shirt, but she is also wearing this bodysuit, this one piece underneath, which has this kind of like pleathery look to it here. This is in black. It has this kind of like snakeskin pattern. You can see here, that is one piece. This is all one piece, and then the shirt is a separate piece. So yes, she does have multiple layers on, surprisingly, right? But I do feel like the bodysuit here, almost like a swimsuit, it really does add to the alien reptile feel of her. So honestly, I'm loving that they kind of added this piece onto her design as well. So yes, the skirt has many details as well. Let me try to kind of like flare them out for you. So we can see more patterns here, more like spikes. You know, here's kind of like a tail shape. This is what it looks like when it just hatches, I believe, from the body, the chest burster, right? Is that what it's called? I forget all the terminology, but I know what this is. This is basically what the alien looks like right when it's born, when it comes out of the host, you know, so that's what it looks like. This is honestly very iconic imagery, so this is very recognizable. We have some more kind of like stars here, some planets. I believe this shape is inspired by the Prometheus ship in that movie. We have some more kind of like details here, slime, ooze. We have a tag here as well, Skullector, that's a nice detail. I believe the same pattern you see here is reflected on this side. So yes, you can see it's the same, just the other side. Here in the middle, we have a panel as well, which is once again, just more circular kind of like designs, more like shapes that I'm sure are references, but I forget right now what these are referencing specifically. And then underneath of the of this skirt piece, which you can remove here on the back with Velcro, we have her nice, nicely detailed thighs here. And the legs, look at this. Look at all this handiwork, the craftsmanship. I mean, seriously, even just these little circles here, like someone must have thought of that. You know, that's insane. Here is the back. And again, like this, all of these like ridges and stuff is very H.R. Geiger. All of this is so accurate to his style, his vision, that, you know, it's just so accurate. I'm so shocked, honestly. We even have some little spikes here at the heels, right? Like right at the edge of the foot here at the back, they have little spikes here coming off, which, you know, again, it's just such an H.R. Geiger detail. And then we get to the shoes, which are very fierce looking. They have the face hugger design here on the front, and then it kind of looks like the face hugger tail is what is wrapping around her ankle, which is so amazing. The actual platform of the shoe is a Xenomorph mouth, that is also such a fun detail. And she actually only has 4 toes and some longer nails. I love that. Honestly, these shoes are really just such a highlight, especially because so many Skullector shoes are just object heels, which can be fun. But this is definitely much better. Almost forgot to show you, but we also have a nice detail here on the arm with another spike kind of like going out here. And then her hands, which are, she has like 6 fingers. And I mean, look at this. This is just insane. This is next level sculpting detail right here. And that was my unboxing review of the new Alien Skullector doll that sold out 3 times, by the way. Yeah, the first time was the member exclusive drop, second time was the general public drop, and the third time was the pre-order drop, with orders shipping out by next year. So she really is one of those dolls that is just, she really took the world by storm. Even non-doll collectors were like, yeah, that's cool, I want to get her. So I mean, that just really goes to show you that there is mass appeal here. I think she's stunning. I think she's worth the money. I think, you know, like, she really just, I have no complaints, honestly. Maybe the sleeves could have been done better where they aren't so distracting, I feel like, you know, but I really do like the foil design here on her skirt. Like, this is really nice, you know, on top of all the other details on the actual body sculpt. Like, having all of this as Easter eggs and references, like, I think that's really nice. But what do you think? Let me know down below, and I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below. Become an official cutie and support the channel if you're able to, of course, no pressure. And so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.